Good morning, Dolly. I'm back. I'm getting the camera started on the back porch. There we go. Hey, Sharon. How you doing this morning? Your afternoon to you. Oh, enjoying a walk. That's great. Well, it's a good start so far. I'm a little bit excited for today. We're getting rain. We've not had very much rain in a long time. So I got to Wilmington yesterday, and I will be posting a video I took down that way about 6 o'clock East Coast time. And it'll probably be in a few days, but I videoed the entire drive, and they will be posting on the Jim's Camera at Dawn channel. Roger Blair, good morning. Roger, you're in the big swath of storm area. You stay safe, buddy. It's going to include this area. We'll see what takes place. You never know. Yeah, we've been dry for so long. I mean, we had like half an inch a few days ago, and within 24 hours, everything was back to being bone dry. Yeah, the local weather guy said that it's going to start this afternoon, but it'll hit Kentucky before it hits here. So I rode down to Wilmington, and I went by one park and did a quick video there, walking around the path that they had. Caught a woodpecker. Hopefully, I got zoomed in enough and the hand was steady enough that it will be visible. And I was very happy to see that Wilmington will be getting a Wawa. Wawa is a gas station chain that the last one I saw was in Northern Virginia. So I guess they're moving further south. I don't know where it started, but the first one I ever saw was in New Jersey, and somebody I knew up there said they had great coffee. And then I saw a couple in Northern Virginia, and I stopped in, and they do have very good coffee. But I stopped at a Sheets gas station because they had the least expensive gas uh, in the area. And I said, well, while I'm here, traffic's heavy. I'm just going to take my life into my own hands and try a sandwich. They had this really delicious looking uh, double decker hamburger. I started looking at their menu, and they had a turkey sub. Let me tell you, I figured that would be a little more healthy than a hamburger would be. I put, and this is what I liked about the subs. This is the toppings that I chose. They have more. Hi, Mr. Lee. Uh, Turkey on honey wheat bread, shredded Colby Jack cheese, ranch dressing, uh, pepper rings, pickles, sliced tomatoes, salt, pepper, red onions, and they had a ranch dressing that was spiced up with peppers. Buddy, let me tell you, it was delicious. $5. It was a 6 inch, but it was $5. That's a deal. I don't care where you're at. And they had some kind of drink. It was a strawberry drink, but it had these little bubbles in it, kind of like little mini balloons that had some of them had strawberry and some of them had mango. So when you were drinking the drinks, sometimes the strawberry would really be kicked up a notch. Sometimes the mango would be kicked up. So it was interesting to say the least. and I'm still here today. So apparently it was pretty good. And I got some video for the cryptid people out there. Oh yeah, I think I've seen a double quick once or twice, not very much, but it's been Roger. The last time I drove through Kentucky, it was to get to the Detroit area, and we were the only stop we was looking to make is the original KFC. We went there. Mr. Lee's popping back and forth. Yeah, I know. I know, Roger. Uh, Sharon, I'm just happy to hear that you was able to walk there. Uh, gas here had been 373, and down in south of here it had been about 15 cents more expensive. Some places was $3.99, and yesterday coming home, most of the ones that I saw near Greensboro and the bigger towns, it was 4.20, 419.99. And here it's 3.99. So still too expensive. If the insurance companies would get off their duffs and insure the ships, things would start moving again. But without insurance, those big tankers don't want to be going too many places. I know, Sharon. I tell you, I would rather be walking. Mr. Lee, I hope you have a great day, buddy. My problem, Sharon, is sitting still. Once I sit still too long, I have trouble getting started back up. And speaking of walking and getting started back up, the missing persons in the early 80s had a hit with walking in LA. And they sang Nobody Walks in LA. When I visited friends out there a year or two later, they weren't kidding. They've got these beautiful sidewalks everywhere, and nobody's walking on them. And we walked places, and I'm here to tell you, it was really funny. Everybody would slow down and look at us, wondering what we were doing walking. I know, Sharon. In the big cities near here, it's very similar. There's down close to Charlotte. There is just as you're leaving Charlotte on I-85. There's where the bypass comes back into 85, and people coming back onto 85, they I don't know, they think it's okay to just rocket across 4 lanes of traffic, thinking that they're going to get somewhere quicker if they get into the fast lane. And it's always at a standstill. Sometimes it's at a standstill because of a wreck. sometimes is at a standstill because somebody's cut across 4 lanes and everybody's hit the brakes. I need more coffee. I can't type. Yeah, I know, Roger. People get in their cars and their personality changes big time. That cost Richard Petty the election. He was running for some elected office back, I think, the 90s or something. And he was traveling south on I 85, just not far south of Greensboro. And some car was in the fast lane, and it was doing more than the speed limit, but it wasn't going fast enough for Richard. So he just gave him a little tap, tap bumpers. And the guy called the cops, and the rest, as they say, is history. I had somebody tailgating me yesterday. I was doing about 5 or 6 uh, miles per hour over the speed limit, keeping up with traffic, passing some of the slower ones in the slow lane. And They were right up on my bumper. I was really tempted to drop back to the speed limit, but I really didn't have time. And one time, me and a buddy of mine was traveling down to Florida. I was on I-95 in South Carolina. And I mean, traffic was moving along. I was doing way above the speed limit. And this car was tailgating me, but traffic was so heavy I couldn't get over. We went several miles down the road, and this car was right. I'm surprised the car was running because the car's engine had to be breathing off of the exhaust of my car. That's how close it stayed. And when I got over, it zoomed past me like I was backing up, and it was a highway patrolman. But I mean, I know traffic was doing at least 15 miles an hour over the speed limit. Not just me, everybody. I need to check that because used to, if you got caught in North Carolina doing more than 15 over the speed limit, they would take your license on the spot. Yeah, I'm going to drive my speed unless somebody gets in front of me that's slower. And I'll look for a safe way to get around them. Like this little town I used to travel to up in Virginia, buddy, if the speed limit said 15, you better not go over 15. They would not allow 1 mile per hour over the speed limit. Yeah, they do that here too, Sharon. And I know people who truck drivers, and they said in Pennsylvania, this would have been back in the 80s, but in Pennsylvania, the highway patrolman had an El Camino, and it had bales of hay in the back of the El Camino. That's how far they went to disguise the cars. and they pulled the same thing with a pickup truck. You know, they had a pickup truck with bales of hay in the back. When the highway patrol here in the 80s first started using Mustangs, they fooled people for a while, but everybody caught on. And highway patrolmen in South Carolina used Hondas, motorcycles. Teacher Chrissy, good evening. Uh, North Carolina used Harleys and Kawasaki's. Teacher Chrissy, I hope you had a great day. Oh, time to rinse out the coffee. I'm going to rinse out the coffee cup. I'll be right back. Jeez, Roger, that's too much. They usually have a minimum speed limit posted, like on interstates and whatnot. Roger, was it in a small town? Well, Teacher Chrissy, I'm very thankful that you chose to spend some of your YouTube time here. And, what most people don't realize, uh, I mean, it's obvious that speeders cause accidents because they're going much faster than the rest of the traffic. Uh, but anytime there's one person driving at a greatly different speed than the main flow of traffic, that's a hazard. So going slow can sometimes cause as much problems as somebody going fast. Yeah, I, I would guess a small town. I like cruise control. I mean, I'm a huge fan of cruise control. Well, hello there. Whoa. Yeah, that storm's coming this way. You be careful. I know it can be exciting, and I can't say don't do it because I'm an adrenaline junkie myself. But we appreciate you chasing that storm to get data. John P. John P. Let me tell you, buddy. I went to where that cryptid was spotted, and I got a good video driving through the area, and I've got another video that I did just handheld camera as I'm driving through. So we'll talk about that one. I know we appreciate you, Mabel. Thank you. Yeah, what I've done, Mabel, is I've given everybody a choice. If they want to listen to just the bird sounds, and there's a lot of people that do that, the Jim's Camera at Dawn just plays the bird sounds, and then I have bird sound and me babbling on. John P, I'm not going to make that one public. I'm just going to uh, have that one available. Like if you and me go live, we'll be able to play it during a live. So, and I know probably one Area 51, he'll probably want to play it and talk about it. I'm not going to say because I don't know. Mabel, thank you for coming to both channels this morning. I appreciate you. Mabel, I know you work hard. I appreciate you stopping by. John P hasn't had any candy. Oh no. But John P will do backstage on Restream sometime, and I'll show you the video. And then if you want to have a show about it, we will. If you're not interested, that's okay too. John P ate too much candy last night. John P, thank you. There you go. Thank you for using that. That's what Nightbot is there for. You got it. You'll find that everybody that comes here are curious people. They like to investigate different things. Gotcha. Teacher Crazy, I wave back big time to you too. Teacher Crazy, what did you have for dinner tonight? It's uh, it's almost 8 o'clock at night for Teacher Crazy. Yeah, I saw on the news this morning, there was places in the Midwest, they were having tennis ball size hail. Forget the golf balls, they were getting up there to tennis ball size. That's amazing. Uh, Teacher Crizzy, that sounds so healthy. Yeah, the Midwest has had some pretty serious storms this year so far. And they're calling for tornadoes this afternoon. The possibility of tornadoes here, and Roger Blair is in the zone for tornadoes this afternoon. Part of Kentucky, part of Tennessee, the northern parts of North Carolina, and all of Virginia. And Sharon, this is how fast the weather can change here. During the summertime, this the park that I've videoed so much of, we would go there swimming. We would hike around, and then we would jump in the lake and get cooled off and swim for a while. if you were swimming in that lake and you heard thunder on a summer day, uh, you got out of the water and into the showers and to your car as quickly as you could, because in the water, first sound of thunder to sitting in the car, as soon as you close the doors, hail is falling and it's raining. That's how fast the weather would change. Nah, you get used to it. But serious, we go from clear blue sky to hail falling in less than 15 minutes. I would say 10 minutes, because I moved pretty quick when I was young. There you go. I've been visiting someone in a trailer park when a tornado hit. Oh, the weather's always been like that. I'm talking about when I was in high school in the 70s. This was going on, but I was in visiting somebody in a trailer park, and when a tornado come through, it ripped the back porch off of the home I was in, and two places down, it rolled the single wide across the yard, across the road, into uh, a church parking lot. And there's been more than one weather person on the local news that said that they chose to do weather in this area because it was so difficult. Thank you, Soul Star. Good morning. Soul Star reminds me, everybody make sure, if you've not seen somebody in a while, check and make sure you're still subscribed. Uh, there was a couple of weeks I didn't get any notifications that Soulstar was posting anything, and I had been unsubscribed to her for some unknown reason. And I know it hadn't been more than just like 3 or 4 weeks at the most. You should be respect that tornado, because it can be very dangerous. Uh, Also, I got notifications that some people had left comments uh, days after they had left the comments. So there's all kinds of things going on with YouTube that you kind of got to pay attention to. I was on the road yesterday, Soulstar. I was I, I, one video will post today at 6 Soulstar on the Nature Channel, and the drive. That's up to you, buddy. You're there, we're not. Uh, no, only me. I've been given access to other people's accounts, but I really don't. I told them I didn't want it. Uh, the drive, I videoed the drive yesterday, and it'll be posted before the end of the week, I hope. But it's 3 hours, that video. I might shorten it a little bit. I haven't even had time to watch it. I got home last night, turned on Moggs and Stevie B, and ate. Well, a day or two's not too bad, but you know, when you, like I said, with Soulstar, it was more than 2 weeks that I didn't get a notification. That kind of got canceled. That's why I went on my trip yesterday. Uh, One doctor overruled the other doctor and said don't do it that day. So it's rescheduled for next week. Yeah, Soulstar. Like I said, I've had people give me access to their accounts, and I just no. The most I did was I checked uh, for them while they were driving. I would check how many views, how many subscribers, stuff like that. But you could really do that without having access to the account. And I tell people, you want access to my account, uh, you've got to realize the responsibility that you're taking. If anything goes wrong, you do it or not, it will always be a question in the back of my mind. Did you do it? Because you had access. It's like my girlfriend wanted a password to my email. And I told her that. I said, now I'll log in and let you look at anything you want to. But if you've got access to it and anything goes wrong, I'm always going to question you. And you could see the gears turning, and then the light came on, and that was a good compromise. But I don't mind her seeing the emails. It's just, like I said, you, access to the account comes with a lot of responsibility. John P. and I need to check something. No, I haven't even uploaded that one yet. Well, I'm glad to see that you're safe. Silly people. They think because they're behind the camera, I can't see them. Uh, I laugh in their faces. John P., you got cuckoo clocks you're fixing? Soul Star, I know you're in my time zone. I've got that straight in my head now. But there's a couple of people that they keep trying to move me out to the Midwest, like Arkansas, Oklahoma. John P., I got to upload that video where I'm going through the area where the cryptid was spotted. I need to get that video uploaded of the drive first, which the area where the cryptid was spotted is included with the drive video. It's just toward the end of it. That would be quite a drive. I don't think you could get here in time to see the tornadoes because you're about 15 hours away from Virginia if you're where you say you were. But why perhaps they want you as their neighbor? No, this person's already a neighbor and they're just being nosy. Roger, I bet he's got a cuckoo clock that dispenses candy. When the little bird comes out, it drops candy. Don't you think John would come up with something like that? Yeah, if you're in Oklahoma, you'll never get to Southern Virginia in time to see today's tornadoes. Because you'd have to drive through Arkansas and Tennessee and part of Virginia. Yeah. Well, Soul Star, you got the hand in hand part right. Yeah, Roger Blair, like the Pez dispensers, which, come think of it, I got a couple of Pez dispensers here. Wow. Yeah, one thing about living out in the country, when the power goes out, I lose everything. That was the only good thing about living in the city. When the power goes out, you still have water. And if I had to, I could walk to a store. Well, sometimes, you need to disconnect. You know, it's like yesterday when when I took that drive. That was that was a pretty good thing. Excellent. Yeah, my coffee pot's empty. I've already had my pot of coffee. Hmm. The birds are dancing around on the gutters. Excuse the background noises. John P. There you go, John P. Teacher Chrissy. Dolly. I have no plans to come to Oklahoma anytime soon. I hope that the rain stays off long enough for me to get a couple of miles on the mountain. Because after sitting and driving all day yesterday, I need a little exercise. And all of you guys, thank you for, you know, coming in this morning. I appreciate you. And those of you who stopped on camera at dawn before you come here, that's going the extra mile. I really appreciate it. But I really like this, giving people a choice. They can just listen to the birds, or they can come over here and listen to the birds and me babble for a while. Well, I'm just me. No more, no less. What you see is what you get. Ooh. Something happened, they're having to take it early, or is it just the baby decided I ain't waiting? I'm coming in April, not in May. You know, some babies do that. Oh no. Well, we'll be praying for her. Uh, you guys probably know Khadijah. She comes into the morning live sometime. She has some health things going on. Uh, an extra prayer for her would be appreciated. or meditation, send healing energy her way, whatever your belief system is. And always, always drop a prayer for the whole planet, because boy, do we need it. What's up, Gavin? Happy Wednesday. We are just chit chatting about whatever might come up, and we're listening to the birds. For people who don't want to chit chat and only want to hear the birds, they can go to my nature channel, Jim's Camera at Dawn. Yeah, she's just a good Southern lady. Yeah, technology today is very helpful with safety, with birth, childbirth. That's okay, Gavin. We appreciate you testing the waters, and I hope you have a great day. Yo, yeah, 100%. Fist bump, buddy. Gavin might enjoy looking off some of the cliffs on my nature hikes. But I appreciate Gavin participating in chat. That was awfully nice of him. Yeah, Gavin, if you go to Jim's Camera at Dawn and look at some of the mountaintop views, you might enjoy looking off the mountains. Yeah, a lot of coffee drinking goes on here of a morning. I mean, just about every response I give in, comments, I put uh, 2 coffee cups and 3 music symbols. I might have slipped up a few times, but most of the time. And I heard a couple of, I don't either, just coffee. Coffee, milk, water, Gatorade. And I was drinking too many soft drinks, but they, no beer, nope. I don't drink alcohol. Uh, the soft drink and the place that I buy the soft drinks from both kind of tick me off. So that's my extra motivation to just not purchase anymore. And just a heads up, Gavin, the Jim's Camera at Dawn, it is definitely family oriented. So I'm pretty strict on keeping it family oriented. People I've met on the trails, they've had their kids with them, and I've told them that it is child friendly. So you you're pretty much going to see nature and some odd comedy and stuff like that. Sometimes I poke a little fun with people. Oh, it's no reason to talk with the camera this morning. Uh, Now here on the music channel, I go live on Saturday nights, and we talk about music. And I'll usually go on camera there. It's early in the morning. I don't want to scare people while they're having their coffee. Dolly, I'm a little surprised. Usually, I put people to sleep. Get people relaxed and they're able to go to sleep. Yeah, we like to have a little fun around here. Like I said, Camera at Dawn, that channel is totally family friendly. Uh, Here, we try to keep it PG-13, maybe PG-15, something like that. Dolly, I feel for you because usually 4 hours is as good as it gets for me. Thanks, Dolly. No, not really. I keep it clean enough to where, Sharon, you take care. Thank you. And I am so happy to hear you were able to walk to the store. That just makes my day. I like it when you're feeling, able to do stuff like that. And Gavin, back to the age limit. Uh, Not really. Uh, People listen, and I let them make their own decision up. I go to channels where, I mean, they were flat told last night that they cuss too much, and that's their business, that's their channel. Oh, I'm 69 years old. Uh, and the fact that you couldn't tell that really makes me happy. I'm a little old mountain man. Yeah, we all cheering Sharon on. She can knit and crochet and just produce some fantastic stuff. I keep encouraging her to post some short videos about that because I think people would enjoy seeing what she does. That's okay. Uh, you might want to show up for the Saturday night music talk. Because you might have some songs to suggest that the rest of us wouldn't. Most of the time, we're talking about older music, like well, everybody, uh, tell Gavin how old I am because most everybody here knows. Because everybody in the chat now, at least right now, knows me well enough. They know I'm 69, but mostly we concentrate on older music, but other people input stuff. Uh, I think the best era for rock and pop music is the mid 60s to about 87, thereabouts. That was the peak. There was good music before, there was good music after, but, you know, and people, I learn from people in chat during those live shows. And hopefully, I'm able to convey some information that they might not yet know. We go over songs, and I've had a few songs recommended that I really like that I hadn't heard before. John P, are you live? John P has a habit of going live and putting me on the phone on his live. Yeah, Gavin, you're probably the youngest one in chat right now. But kind of like we respect your ideas and musical taste. Just return the favor and respect ours. That's all. And that way we can learn from one another. Because I guarantee you, Gavin, there's something that you know that the rest of us do not know. Just like there's something that Dolly knows, Soul Star knows that the rest of us do not know. So, but the only way to learn from one another is to talk to one another. Soul Star, are you saying you're married to a cop? You're close to 50? I can't help myself. Yeah, that's true. I always tell everybody the Lord gave me one mouth and two ears. He's trying to tell me something. Listen twice as much as you talk. Yep. I understand Soulstar, and anybody who gets involved with a law enforcement officer, they got to have a lot of patience because that is a tough life. No, Gavin, you might not be able to relate to it, but you can learn about it. Trust me, we have a whole lot more in common than you might think. And things have changed, but they've not changed that much. I bet a lot of the stuff I went through as a teenager, you're probably going through the same thing. Things that Soulstar went through as a teenager probably went through close to the same thing. Raymond! Raymond, I hope you and Norma are having a great start to your day and safe from those storms. Oh my goodness. Teacher Chrissy. Raymond, after I finish the live stream today, I might. I'm going to take a couple of minutes and talk to you guys if you want to. Teacher Chrissy, Soulstar, Gavin, Raymond, Roger, anybody who wants to. I'll make sure I have ended the stream and we'll be able to talk for a few minutes instead of y'all having to type. So I'm going to go for another 15 minutes, though. That gives everybody time to do their thing. Because I know I had to change the web browser on my phone, and I can't link to Restream nor StreamYard from the phone now. And the phone's not going to allow me to use the messenger that I currently have. So I've got to find a new messaging app. Well, Raymond, we're glad that you're doing okay. Like I said, I know those storms have been coming through. Saturday Night's Live got put out as portrait mode, and I thought it was still selected portrait mode, and here it is in landscape. Thank you, Teacher Crizzy. I think teacher Crizzy had a big supper and she's resting. You guys take a minute to say bye to one another. Uh, I'm going to step out on the back porch and end the live stream on the Camera at Dawn channel. People backstage, just hang on for a minute or two. I'll be back. I'll end this live and then we'll chat. Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all coming in today. Hope you have a great day. And as always, nothing but kind words come your way. Thank you guys. Appreciate y'all hanging out. I hope everybody has a great day. And you people backstage, I'll get to you in just a moment. Take care. And as I've already said, I hope nothing but kind words come your way.